Hello, 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 hello. It's your girl Coco Sassy here, listening to the Coco Sassy Show, and I am so freaking excited that you are here listening to me right now on your Monday, even though it's a rainy, nasty day. Like, this weather in Atlanta is so disrespectful. Like, I was so excited. The sun was out, it was feeling good. I'm like, yes, I might record outside, and then all of a sudden it started back raining. Yeah, that's so whack. I need for someone to get here, like, now. But anyways, man, we are back. And if you missed the last show, it was Fear of the Unknown, and it was a really great show. I got a lot of great feedback. Some people said I helped move them, which in all reality, I was so shocked. I was just basically speaking on my truth, and yet my truth set someone else free. And so with that being said, I'm so excited and thankful and blessed that I was able to do that. And of course, if you have not already, for one, I want to shout out a few people. I want to shout out Avery Oso. Love you, bro. Follow him on IG at ENTRLUDE. He produced my opening track for me. Great man, great producer. If you're looking for a producer, you might want to go hit him up. Also, if you're on YouTube, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, make sure you go subscribe, share, and like at The Coco Sassy Show. Also, visit my website, and that's cocosassy.com. But I definitely want to shout out a few people. This is coming from my YouTube channel. I want to shout out my homeboy Nick. We go way back like high school. Shout out to my boy Ryan, my bestie Jayz. Shout out to my sissy Diamond. Who else on here? Shout out to Jacqueline, friend of the family. Shout out to DJ D-Rock. Oh, yeah, we go back like Boogaloo days when I used to work at Boogaloo. Also, shout out to my other bestie, Ashley. Oh, shout out to Tony, Slick, MCM. Who else? I want to shout out Junie, high school. Yep. Shout out to Trent. Met him in college. Also, shout out to Amber Barnes. Who else? Marty, my homeboy Marty. Also, my family, my cousin, Chrissy. Shout out to all y'all. Thank y'all so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I love y'all for that. All right. So, moving on, we're going to talk about misunderstandings versus truth. Now, when I was thinking about this show, my heart was just like all over the place because this week was a crazy week for me. I had to work 2 jobs. Well, if you want to count this one, this is a 3rd job. Also, I had some disagreements with some of my close friends, and that kind of affected me a little bit. So, with all of this going on this week, I was like, yo, I need to really talk about, the misunderstandings versus truth. And one thing I can say, things about misunderstanding, we're going to go into definitions. But this is what misunderstanding is. A failure to understand something correctly. Then I want to speak about truth. And truth is facts or reality. But when it comes to truth, I just want to more so stick on the facts. Also, support, which is give assistance to, which I just want to say support. We're going to say support is action. So let me just tell y'all this story. And I wish I had somebody to, come in and talk more about it with me. But if not, you can leave a comment under my YouTube channel, or you can write me on my slide a DM me or whatever the case may be on IG. And my IG is the Coco Sassy Show. What else? You can email me, write me on my website. There's a contact me page. Definitely want to get some feedback, but more so, let me tell you the story. Alright, so me and my group of friends, we've been friends probably like 10 plus years now. We're in 2018. Yeah, so it's like 10 years. And if not 10 years, it's been, I know, 5 years plus. So since I've been doing this podcast, I've been getting a lot of good energy from everybody. And one morning, the previous few days, I was watching and listening to like motivational speakers and things like that. And so there was a comment made through a friend that I've known for a while. They wasn't saying this about my close friends. They were just saying in general, like how they're, moving forward. And, sometimes certain friends, they have to cut off because you have to really pay attention to when you're doing great in life. You have to pay attention to how people respond. And so that's not the first time I've heard that. My own cousin, she lost some friendships during the time of when it was her wedding. She lost some friendships when it was time for her graduations of her getting her master's. When she had, even when up until now, a few months ago, when she delivered her baby, she lost some friends. And it's like, dang, I hold my friends really dear to me. And so I'm like, yo, why are these people, through life change things, things that are motivational to life, as far as giving birth, getting married, why are these people are losing friendships? And so my biggest thing was, my close friends that I have, I'm like, I'm doing this podcast. These little heifers ain't called and said nothing. Now, I ain't gonna lie. All of them are great friends. I love them. Life-changing things has happened, and they have been there for me. Oh my gosh, none other. But I was just with this podcast, I'm I know everybody busy with life, but they need to get on it. So, me being who I am, I'm kind of if you want to compare a celebrity, if you watch the Tamar and Vince show or the Braxton's Family Values, I'm like Tamar, okay? I'm the one who speaks what's on her mind, don't really, tell it like it is type of thing, kind of probably crack jokes on, your issues in life, but nevertheless, I love you, and, it's all jokes. So one day, I gotta find a message. Where's that? I just woke up and I was like, dang, it's slipping. I know everybody got life, working or whatever, but y'all need to get it together. So I sent this text message. And this is how, in my mind, everything was detailed. But in the text, it wasn't detailed. But this is how I was typing it, right? So has anyone subscribed to my YouTube? Has anyone listened to my second podcast? Has anyone reposted or shared or passed the news about my podcast? If the shoe fit, wear it. So I did the little hand raising signs, amen type of thing. Not for real, all jokes. I was I just want my friends that I had over 10 years to support me on the devices they use daily. Now when I blow up, y'all H's better not have your hand out. Not joking. Which I was joking. Because it's shooting with me. Because you wasn't shooting with me in the gym type thing. So I'm okay, better not have your hand out, when I blow up. Kevin Hart, shout out to Kevin Hart. When he blew up, all his friends, he employed all of them on the road. Everybody on the go. So I'm thinking big frame, not being, everybody got their own value, everybody got their own life, you know what I'm saying? But I was just being funny. So I was like, I have strangers going in with all of that. And when I say strangers, I mean people who I'm cool with, but they're not as close to me as y'all are. And they're reposting and they're subscribing and they're giving me feedback and, you know, just letting me know like, hey, we support you, da da da. So, what else I said? I was like, I know everybody is busy with life, but again, it's on a device y'all go crazy about if you lose it or if it gets stolen. I was like, my feelings hurt slick because I try and be the biggest cheerleader and help and support all y'all movements, but someone made a comment that made me question my own group of friends, and I didn't know, and I didn't like it. But I was like, now, and I didn't like it, and I was like, so y'all need to get it together, please. Now, have a great morning, exclamation mark. So, when I said it slick hurt my feelings, I'm a very emotional person. I have a hard shell on the outside, but my friends are like sisters to me. I'm the only child. So my friends are like my sisters. So to see other people like, oh, da, 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 and I don't hear nothing from nobody, for real, like, I haven't heard I haven't seen nobody subscribe to no YouTube. I ain't seen no repost. I ain't seen, you know, like, a call, like, girl, I listened to that podcast, and da-da-da-da-da. I didn't hear or see any of that. So, this, like, the second podcast, I'm like, let me go ahead and straighten these heifers out real quick, because they slipping. So, it wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, that I was being rude or nasty, but it was in a text. And so a lot of, like, one of my besties, Jayz, she hit me. She was like, listen, so Jayz is the very outspoken one, like me. We call ourselves the twins because we're both Geminis. And she was just like, look, I don't know who told you, whatever, who you listen to, but you can tell them to kiss my butt because, you know what I'm saying? She let me have it. Like, girl, you know, we support you. We love you. Don't be doing all that extraness. And I'm like, all right, cool. My bad. And one of my other friends, Ashley, she was like, girl, she was like, I'm slipping. Like, you know, I know I'm going to get better, whatever. You know, I'm here for you. I'm like, all right, cool. My other homegirl, Bree like a dude. Like, I already know how Bree is. Bree, like, reading the message. She like, girl, in her mind, she probably like, girl, shut up. But when I see her, she's going to be open arms. Like, girl, you was doing too much, but I love you still. My other girl, Cassi, my other bestie, I hit her up. I was like, no, so the message kind of came wrong. But she was like, yeah, we're going to talk about it. I'm out of town, da, da, da. So I'm like, okay, but my other friend, T, she going in on me right now, y'all. She's, like, mad, and she's, like, going deep into conversations, like, yo, I feel like you, da, 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 you know, doing too much. But it really affected her. And when I see her affected, it affected me because now I'm in defense mode because I'm like, yo, like, I apologize to everybody because I know the way I read it and the way they took it was like so wrong. And it's like, dang, the misunderstanding, I'm trying to get it clear because it's like, it's incorrect. Like, it's not correct. It's a misunderstanding. Like, what I was saying and what I meant by it, I didn't deliver it how I should. So I dropped the ball on that one. But everybody knows, you know, and when I say everybody, I mean my close group of friends. Y'all know how I talk. Y'all know that I'm not saying this in a rude way. However, I guess the way I typed it, it was just like, nah, you slipping. That ain't how that went. So I was like, okay, but the truth still remains. And the truth is, which is facts. Like, I haven't heard from you guys. I haven't seen anybody subscribe. I haven't, you know what I'm saying? I haven't really felt like you guys are with me on this movement that I have right now. Now, I know I'm probably wrong for saying that I'm a cheerleader for every one of them because I am a cheerleader for every single one of them, but I don't know if I've ever dropped the friendship ball with them as far as, like, supporting them in anything that they're doing. So, in that case, I don't know if I have, so I really can't say anything on that part about it, because I'm not sure. But I was just like, whoa, this is a big misunderstanding, and there's still truth in the misunderstanding. So with all of that being said, I kind of did, drop it a little personal and kind of share it up, probably more than what they wanted me to share. But I'm doing this for a reason, because all of my friends know I love them, and I know they're going to be there for me, and they support me and care for me. But sometimes in certain situations, people need validations. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that how they felt was wrong, because how they felt is right, because I did something to affect them. However, I was affected by it as well. So when I say that, I'm saying when there's an issue with you and a close friend, don't ever, before you move to get in an emotion, try to resolve the issue before it escalates. And that's one thing I'm trying to do. Like, if a friend come to me and say, hey, this is how I feel about such and such, I have to then look at myself to see, like, okay, is this a misunderstanding, or is there some truth in this? Like, which one is it? Because a lot of times people, they don't understand where the person is coming from, and they already react, or they already shut down, or they already like, you know what I'm saying, take it further than it needs to go. And so, with that being said, me personally, I feel like there was a misunderstanding in that text message. But there was truth in that text message as well. And us being friends for so many years, it's just like, it shouldn't be a battle to have a simple conversation. Like, me and my girls, we're so close, we can cuss each other out. Like, go in, beep, 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 all those words, and be like, okay, I love you still, but you tripping. And so in that case, I feel like that's a friendship that can build, that can grow. But when there's a situation where you then begin to shut down, you don't want to conversate, then I have to really feel like, okay, what's going on? Because now, is it like, I don't think our situation that I gave an example about was anything serious for any of my friends to really shut down and not talk to me. So now some of my friendships have shut down and we're not talking. And it's like, okay, well, now I need to step back and really look at what's going on. Is it something that I said, or is it something that you're dealing with? And then this situation that occurred with me being misunderstood just topped it all off. So to all of my friends who are listening, I know you support me. I know you love me. I love you as well, and I support you as well. And I didn't mean anything by it. So I apologize to you on my podcast. This is something that really bothers me, because I take my relationships serious with my friends. Y'all are like my sisters and best friends all in one, and damn near family. But, I just want people who are listening to really, really try and dissect the situation. If you got a friend or a loved one that you're not talking to right now, or y'all mad at each other for whatever the reason is, I'm quite sure there's some type of misunderstanding. And if there is something that's misunderstood, clear it up. Not through texting, not through, he say, she say, but simply because I'm quite sure they're going to talk about something. They're going to tell somebody else, and somebody else going to have something to say, which is not going to help the situation. But try your hardest to talk to that person on the phone, face to face, so that way they know it's not what they think. But however, also find the truth in find the truth in whatever the situation is, because there's always truth in every misunderstanding. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this podcast. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you're my close friend and I called you out, don't be mad. I love you. And this is my truth. And so I'll see you guys next Monday. Enjoy this rainy weather. Stay warm. And have a great day. Bye.